Dear children, let's start our new topic, components of physical fitness. Physical fitness has various components and various sports activities, as well as other physical activities develop varying amounts of each component. For example, sports that include constant movements such as swimming and running improve heart and lungs efficiency, whereas gymnastics improves flexibility. Various components of physical fitness are strength, speed, endurance, flexibility and coordinative abilities. First, we discussed about strength. Strength is the ability of the muscles to overcome resistance. Strength is a major component of physical fitness. Strength can be also defined as the amount of force a muscle or group of muscles can exert. Strength of the body can be measured in pounds. For a better understanding, strength can be divided into two parts: dynamic strength and static strength. That means strength mainly divided into two types: dynamic strength and static strength. First one is dynamic strength. Dynamic strength can be called isotonic strength because it is related to the movements. Example, in pull-ups and push-ups, we require dynamic strength. In performing such type of workout, there is a diminishing tendency. Diminishing tendency means reducing strength in dynamic strength, and as a result, after some time muscles refuse to do work. At this juncture, man is not able to do even one extra pull-up or push-ups. That means muscles tends to reduce strength. Movements are clearly visible when someone uses dynamic strength. Dynamic strength can be divided into three parts: maximum strength, explosive strength and strength endurance. First one is maximum strength. Maximum strength is the ability to act against maximum resistance. Maximum strength is not usually used in majority of sports. It is usually used in those sports in which very heavy resistance have to be tackled. For example, weightlifting, shot put, hammer throw, discus throw, javelin throw, etc. Second point is explosive strength. Explosive strength can be defined as the ability to overcome resistance with a high speed. In fact, it is a combination of strength and speed abilities. Explosive strength is generally used in sprint starts, weightlifting, shot put, hammer throw, javelin throw, discus throw, long jump, high jump, triple jump and pole vault. Third one is strength endurance. It is a combination of strength and endurance abilities. Strength endurance can be defined as the ability to overcome resistance under the condition of fatigue. Fatigue means tired. It can be a form of a static or dynamic strength depending on the fact whether the movement is static or dynamic. Strength endurance is the commonly used in long distance races, marathon races, swimming, road cycling, pole vault and combative sports. Strength endurance is a combination of strength and endurance. Explosive strength is the combination of the speed and strength. Okay. Strength mainly divided into three groups. Strength can be divided into two types: dynamic strength and static strength. These dynamic strength again divided into three types: maximum strength, explosive strength and strength endurance. Second one is static strength. Static strength is also called isometric strength. Isometric strength means, or static strength means, it is the ability of muscles to act against resistance. Static strength can be measured by dynamometer. This type of strength is not seen directly. This strength is not usually applied in sports, but in weightlifting it is applied in phases. static strength, also known as isometric strength. These all about strength. Next, going to say few words about endurance. Endurance is the another component of physical fitness. It is the ability to sustain an activity. Endurance defined as the ability to sustain an activity. Hare also defines endurance as the ability to resist fatigue. In all sports, endurance is directly or indirectly of high importance. It is usually measured by the number of repetitions. Endurance are measured by repetitions, whereas strength measured by pounds. Okay. For example, the number of sit-ups an individual can complete in 1 minute is often used to measure the endurance of the abdominal muscles. The type of endurance varies from sport to sport. Basically, there are two types of endurance. That is short-term endurance and long-term endurance. First one is short-term endurance. Short-term endurance is needed in sports where the action or movement is only for short duration and the action or movement is intense. For example, in hockey, football and wrestling, etc. Short-term endurance. Whereas long-term endurance is needed in sports where the action or movement is for longer duration and the action is less intense. For example, in long distance races, road cycling, cross country, marathon races, etc., endurance is not only needed in sports but it is also needed for a common individual in day-to-day life. Endurance can be increased by continuous training method, interval training method, etc. These are all the methods in detailed studies from 12th standard. Okay. Anyway, endurance mainly divided into two types: short-term endurance and long-term endurance. Next component of physical fitness is speed. Speed is the ability to move from one place to another in the shortest possible time. Speed may be defined as the ability or capacity of the individual to perform a movement of the same pattern at faster rate. Most probably, speed depends on hereditary factor, especially on the type of muscle fibers. In our body, there are two types of muscle fibers: fast-twitch muscle fibers and slow-twitch muscle fibers. Fast-twitch muscle fibers are in white in color, whereas slow-twitch muscle fibers are in red in color. Fast-twitch muscle fibers are able to contract rapidly and produce maximum force, whereas slow-twitch muscle fibers are contract slowly and produce less force. Also, along this, one more features of fast-twitch muscle fibers: fatigue quickly, whereas slow-twitch muscle fibers fatigue slowly. There are two types of muscle fibers: fast-twitch muscle fibers and slow-twitch muscle fibers. Speed can be seen in different levels. That is reactionability, acceleration ability, locomotor ability, movement ability, and speed endurance. Speed can be categorized into various types. First one is reactionability. Reactionability means is the ability to react effectively and quickly to any action or signal. Reaction ability is the ability to react effectively and quickly to any action or signals. There are two types of reaction abilities, that is simple reaction ability and complex reaction ability. Simple reaction ability is the ability to react quickly in already determined signal. For example, the reaction of a racer in the start of a sprint race is already known to the racer. Whereas complex reaction ability means ability to react quickly and accurately to undetermined or unexpected signals. These signals are unexpected for sports person because he doesn't know when and to which signal he has to react. For example, facing a ball in cricket by a batsman. Okay, simple reaction ability is already determined signal. Already we know the signal. Whereas complex reaction ability, unpredicted or unexpected signals, we have to face it. Okay. Second one is acceleration ability. Acceleration ability is the ability to achieve maximum speed from a stationary position. Generally, sprinters achieve their maximum speed after approximately 6 seconds. This ability mainly depends upon explosive strength, technique and flexibility. Acceleration ability is the ability to achieve maximum speed from the stationary position. Third one is locomotor ability. Locomotor ability is the ability to maintain maximum speed for maximum time or distance. Locomotor ability is the ability to maintain maximum speed for maximum time or distance. This type of ability is very significant in only a few sports such as 100, 200, very sprint events which should needed for locomotor ability. Next one is movement ability. Movement ability is the ability to do a movement in minimum time. It depends upon technique, explosive strength, flexibility and coordinative abilities. Movement speed also needed in sprint events. Next one is speed endurance. Speed endurance is the ability to perform movements with a high speed under the condition of fatigue. Speed endurance is a combination of speed and endurance. It is the ability to perform movements with a high speed under the condition of fatigue. Next component of physical fitness is flexibility. Flexibility is the range of movements of joints. In other words, it means range of motion available in a joint. It can be defined as the ability to execute movements with a greater range. It is affected by muscle length, joint structure, tendons, ligaments, and other factors. An individual who has good flexibility can move his body joints through a full range of motion in work and play. He can perform in daily routine, walk smoothly, efficiently and easily. Such individuals seems to be attractive, especially while doing some activities. Flexibility is related to genetic factors as well as physical activity programs. Flexibility is very helpful in many ways, such as in preventing injuries, improving postures, reducing low back pain, maintaining healthy joints, improving balance during making movements, and in learning various skills easily. For example, backstroke in swimming. These are about features of flexibility. Next, types of flexibility. There are two types of flexibilities: passive flexibility and active flexibility. Passive flexibility is the ability to do movements with greater distance with the external help is called passive flexibility. Ability to do the movements with a greater distance with the external help is called passive flexibility. For example, stretching exercise with the help of a partner. Passive flexibility is always more than active flexibility. Passive flexibility is the foundation for active flexibility. Second one is active flexibility. Active flexibility is the ability to do movement for a longer distance without external help. For example, to do a stretching exercise without the help of a partner. Active flexibility can be divided into again two parts. They are static flexibility and dynamic flexibility. Static flexibility is usually required by a sports person when he remains in a static position. For example, diving, sitting, laying, lying and starting position in various sports in a static movement. Whereas dynamic flexibility is needed for doing movements with greater distance when an individual is in motion. Active flexibility divided into two categories: static flexibility and dynamic flexibility. This is also studied in detail in 12th standard. Okay. Next is last component of physical fitness is coordinative abilities. Coordinative abilities mainly depends on the central nervous system. The coordinative abilities are those abilities of an individual which enable the individual to do various related activities properly as well as efficiently. Our accuracy, rhythm, flow and constancy depend on our coordinative abilities. It is not easy to define coordinative abilities owing to their complex nature. Coordinative abilities are very significant in sports and games. These are required for qualitative movements. As a matter of fact, the beautiful and graceful movements are a product of well-developed technical skills and coordinative abilities. Some of the coordinative abilities are combinatory ability, orientation ability, reaction ability, balance ability, adaptation ability, differentiation ability and rhythm ability. First one is combinatory ability. Combinatory ability, also known as coupling ability. That means this ability is the ability to combine the movements of different body parts for performing perfect sports movements. This ability is very significant for approximately all sports, but especially in team games, gymnastics and combative sports. Combative sports means boxing and wrestling, etc. For example, in boxing, the movements of hands, head, trunk and feet are essential to couple to achieve a certain goal. Coupling ability or combinatory ability means ability to combine the movements of different body parts for performing perfect sports movements. Okay. Second one is orientation or orientation ability. Orientation ability is the ability to determine the position of the body and its parts in time and space in relation to gravity, moving objects like ball, opponent, partner and playing field, etc. This ability depends on functional capacity of sensory organs like eyes and kinesthetic senses organs, etc. Orientation ability is the ability to determine the position of the body and its parts in time and space in relation to the gravity, moving objects like ball, opponent, partner and playing field, etc. This ability depends on functional capacity of sensory organs like eyes and kinesthetic sense organs, etc. Okay, it's also known as the combination movement. Third one is reaction ability. Already we mentioned about reaction ability in the topic of speed. Anyway, reaction ability is the ability to react immediately or quickly and effectively to a signal. There are two types of reaction ability: simple reaction ability and complex reaction ability. Simple reaction ability is the ability to react immediately or quickly already determined signals or well-known signals. For example, the reaction of a runner in the start of a sprint races is already known to the racers. Okay. Whereas complex reaction ability is the ability to react immediately or quickly and accurately to determine or undetermined or unexpected signals. These signals are unexpected for sports person because he doesn't know when and to which signal he has to react. Such facing ball in cricket by a batsman and tackling opponents in football or basketball, many games. Okay, there are two types of reaction ability: simple reaction ability and complex reaction ability. Next one is balance ability. Balance ability, in the name itself we know the meaning, is the ability to maintain balance during the complete body movements and to regain balance quickly after the balance disturbing movements. It can also be defined as the ability to control the body position either in stationary position or moving or while in moving. Okay. For example, water skiing and performing on the balancing beam. This type of ability is required in most of the games and sports. Keep the body whether in stationary position or moving position. Okay. Next one is adaptation ability. Adaptation ability is the ability to adjust or change the movement effectively on the basis of changes in the situation. To adapt to particular situation. This change in situation can be expected one or can be sudden or unexpected one. Okay. In other words, it can be said that it is the ability to solve motor tasks effectively in spite of changed or changing situations. Adaptation ability is the ability to adjust or change the movement effectively. It may be knowing or unknowing situations. Okay, that is known as adaptation ability. Sixth one is differentiation ability. Differentiation ability is the ability to achieve a high degree of accuracy and economy of separate body movements and movement phases in a motor action. The high level of this ability depends on movement experience and the degree of mastery over motor actions. Okay, it is the highest degree of ability is differentiation ability. And last one is rhythm ability. Rhythm ability is the ability to observe or perceive the rhythm of a movement and to do the movement with the required rhythm. Rhythm. In gymnastics or figure skating, the sports person has to observe an external rhythm given in the form of music and express it is in his movements. Rhythm ability is also required in synchronized swimming. In various sports, rhythm is not given from outside. The sportsperson uses the rhythm which is already stored in his motor memory. In his motor memory, this type of ability is very significant in gymnastics, synchronized swimming, diving and figure skating. This type of rhythm ability is not used in majority of the sports. Especially rhythm ability is most important in the sports like synchronized swimming, diving, gymnastics, etc. Okay, this is all about components of physical fitness. Okay.